Greetings. My name is Decorah Cooper, and this is my discussion thread for Christian Worldview and Psychopathology video. I want to start with a mental health quote. It states, "Mental pain is less dramatic than physical pain, but is more common and also more hard to bear. The frequent attempt to conceal mental pain increases the burden. It is easy to say, 'My tooth is aching,' than to say, 'My heart is broken,'" by C.S. Lewis. I recently participated in a mental health first aid class, and in that class, it taught us about first person language. It says first person language is language that honors a person's individuality and humanity first and recognizes that a diagnosis is not who a person is, but rather a part of them. For instance, you would say, "I am a person living with bipolar disorder. I am a person living with schizophrenia." I noticed that in the video that we watched, one of the first statements the Dr. Karen made was that when patients come to us for diagnosis, they may feel a way because we're labeling them. And I believe that this first person language would allow them to see that I'm a person suffering from substance abuse disorder. I'm a person suffering from alcoholism. So I do believe, as the verse in the Bible says, that life and death is in the power of the tongue, that you can either build someone up with your language or you can tear them down. So I think that's very important. When it comes to my view of psychopathology, some would maybe say that Christians are insane because we believe in a God that we cannot see. There are several religions who have idol gods, or they have physical gods or statues or items that they can see and touch, and but we as Christians, we do believe in the one true living God, and it is by faith that we believe in what we cannot see. And so we're completely devoted, and some would say that that was insanity, that you believe in something or someone that you cannot see. I looked up a few scriptures in reference to pathology and what the Bible says about abnormality. I have Jeremiah 17:9 that says, "The heart is more deceitful than all else and is desperately sick. Who can understand it?" I do believe that as Christians, we did, because of Adam, we died to sin. And so now, because we have that sin man on us, some of that comes in the form of mental health disorders, and that we all suffer from mental health to a point. It's just how well some can control it versus others, or how we allow that to conform or take over our lives. In our reading, it says that we do not have a rule that tells us which disabilities belong in our domain of study and which does not. So psychopathology can cover either someone who's suffering from PTSD, or it may cover someone who's suffering from anxiety, or it may cover someone who has bulimia nervosa, which is not something that you would consider a mental health disability because it's not dilapidating where that person cannot function or they need medication. They may just be able to do some counseling and learn some better healthy habits and making better choices. So again, I believe that as a Christian, I enjoyed this statement as well. It says, even as a Christian, you have good days and you have bad days, but you'll never have a day without God. He is omnipresent. He is here. He is all around us in all things. And I do believe that with Christ, there is nothing that we cannot do. And with him, we can do all things. Thank you again for listening to my discussion board. And I look forward to reading yours and giving some replies.